It's important that you learn how to slow down your mind. All right, I'm out here flinging a few arrows. If you want to slow down your mind, this is what you do. You leave the gym if the weather's okay. Go in the car, take a nap, right? Go outside. If it's a summer or spring tournament, sit outside up against a warm building and let the warm sun on your face. Close your eyes, take some deep breaths. Every time you breathe in deep. When you breathe out all thoughts, all anxiety, all nervousness. Just kind of getting to the point where you're enjoying where you're at, and it feels good to let all of these thoughts leave your mind. I had a coach one time, he was like, when you're breathing out, you should feel all of the nerves and anxiety and thoughts just leaving your skin, and your skin will start to tingle, right? And he was real big on basically clearing out the thoughts, because what happens is, your thoughts are like a pack of wild horses running around in a stampede, and all you can do is take cover because you're going to get trampled, right? But if you corral those horses into a big stable, they will slow down. Pretty soon they're flicking their tail, they're eating grass, everything calmed down. And I think sometimes we have to take cover from our own thoughts. Parents could use this too, because sometimes parents get too worked up before matches of their athletes and their kids. And it's not because they're trying to live through their kids. That's all bullcrap. People like to pick on parents nowadays. It's all silliness, right? Sure, 1 out of every 10,000 parents is a nutbag. Okay, we get it. But 99.9% of the parents who are maybe living through their kids, no, they're not. They just want their kid to win because their kid wants to win. They want it bad for them, right? But sometimes when we want it bad for our kids, we start to engage in, our thoughts go crazy, just like a pack of wild horses, right? And so then we're talking to our kids and we're getting are you ready? Are you sure? Now don't forget this. We talked about this, and then you keep engaging your kids and you get your kids rattled. So as an athlete, if you have a coach or a teammate or a parent who does that, get away from them, all right? And then maybe on the outside the sport of wrestling or outside the tournament, say, hey, Dad, I don't want you to do this. Just be calm, all right? I remember one time I had to wrestle, U.S. Open, I had to wrestle Sammy Henson first round. And, a national ranking was on the line. I think we were sophomores. I was ranked 4 as a freshman. He was All-American then. I don't know. We were both, top 6 or 8. And I think we were fighting for the number 4 or 5 ranking in the nation. First match of the tournament, right? And my dad, I'm like literally 2 minutes away. And he's like, yeah. So we're in St. Louis. So we used to come home after the tournament, hang out with my parents. And then, the Oklahoma State bus would meet us on the highway and we would jump in and go home. So what do you want for dinner tonight? And he was talking and I'm just like, literally like, dude, this kid's getting ready, pacing back and forth, wanting to rip my head off. And I'm like, I want to say, Dad, dude, get out of here. I got an All-American here, he's a good wrestler. But it was kind of cool that my dad was just chill, 2 minutes before I walked on the mat, he was talking about what I wanted for dinner that night when I went home, or what I could eat or whatever. But I think that's a good way to be as a parent too, right? You take pressure off your kids. But as far as the athlete is concerned, unchoking, you can call it, is about getting away, taking some deep breaths, calming your thoughts, getting away from the whistles in the gym, letting your thoughts just sort of dissipate. And then once you start to feel the change take place and you're calm and you're like, okay, this is better. I feel better where I'm at, right? Then you say, okay, now moving forward, now that I'm settled down so this doesn't happen again when I walk back in the gym, what can I do? We like to do 4 things. Number 1, we put on very strong body language. And then when you're walking back into the gym with awesome, we'd like to say, act like you're the best, right? We have some parents who probably don't like that, but that's what I call it. Act like you're the best. If you act like you're the best, you start to feel good about yourself, right? It's like the catalyst. It's like the spark that catches things on fire. So you should always walk into the gym Breathing deep, moving slowly, head up, right? Acting like you've got it all under control. Act like, you know what, things are going to work out for me. I'm okay no matter what. I'm feeling good about myself. So that's number one. Number two, think about your game plan, rough game plan. You know, you might know your opponent scores from the outside, or, you know, you might know that you need to hold a strong base on top because the guy has a good tilt. Okay, you think about your game plan for probably 20 seconds, no more. Then you make a promise to yourself, I'm gonna wrestle, we have three things. I'm gonna wrestle smart, I'm gonna wrestle tough, and I'm gonna score points when I can. That's it. I'm gonna score points. If you focus on wrestling smart and tough and scoring points, when a lot of toughness is required, I'll be there. I'm wrestling smart. I'm the smartest wrestler in America. Everybody knows that. And I'm always gonna try to score points. That's number two. So body language. Number two, setting your a game plan. Number three, a commitment to wrestling smart and tough and always trying to score points. And then number four is a refusal to worry about it. We like to say, I'm gonna wrestle smart and tough. I'm gonna score points. Whatever happens, happens. We like to say whatever happens, happens. That doesn't mean I'm okay with losing, but that means I'm okay if I lose and I do those three things, I'm okay with that. I am okay with losing. I know what's going to happen, right? Probably not today, but there's gonna be some doors slammed in my face in life, and I don't fear that, right? So we like to say, whatever happens, happens. I refuse to stress out over this. Just a refusal. When you refuse to stress out over a wrestling match, it's a powerful thing because you're letting the worry go, okay? So get yourself calm and relaxed, spend 10, 15, 20 minutes. And if you have a lot of time, maybe lay down in a hallway and take a nap. Set your alarm so you go all the way to sleep. Give yourself permission to go to sleep. Text your family or your coaches, hey, I'm taking a nap, my alarm is set. Make sure it's turned up loud. Make sure the do not disturb is on so no one wakes you. And if you can take a nap, do that too. You'll feel amazing, right? Then number two, body language. Number three, think about your game plan. Number four, make a commitment that your style. Our style is as a winning, the recipe for winning matches. Our recipe is, I will wrestle smart, I will wrestle tough, and I will score points. That's it. Number four, if I do those things, whatever happens, happens. I'm okay with that, right? And so I refuse, and I say that to myself, I refuse to worry about this. And once you do those 5 things, actually, since we have, number one was calming ourselves, I think that's a routine. You can write that down, and you can practice that before every match. And if it doesn't work perfectly, tweak it. Don't give up. The first time a girl jumped on the balance beam, she wasn't good. Now she's in the Olympics on TV. She jumped back on the balance beam, right? So it's your job as an athlete to say, what Nick is saying is right. I am going to do this. It will work. It doesn't have to be perfect, but what I've been doing isn't working, right? So give yourself 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 matches until you get your own routine. You might add or take away a step, but for the most part, it's important that you have a way of talking yourself off the ledge and then refocusing so it doesn't happen again. So that's my advice on unchoking and match preparation, and a little bit of advice for parents that they can follow as well. Good luck.